At the peak of the feud, T.I. and his team were not concerned.
We got the #1 song in the country, man. Let them know, man.
And according to most reports, they had come out on top in the rap battle.
His camp might have won the battle, but they ain't win the war.
Then 50 Cent released episode 1 of a documentary centered on more than 20 sexual assault allegations involving T.I. and his wife, and suddenly the entire situation shifted. This is how things reached that point. The threat that started everything. In early March 2026, 50 Cent posted an Instagram screenshot announcing a documentary titled Surviving T.I. and Tiny, then quickly deleted it. The caption mentioned 20 sexual assault allegations connected to T.I. and his wife. Even though the post was removed, the internet had already seen it, and people understood the message clearly. 50 Cent has a history of turning documentary threats into real projects, and the outcome has rarely been good for whoever is targeted. That was the leak. Not a complete episode, but a signal of what was coming. And the reason it had such a strong impact is tied to everything that led up to it. The tension between 50 Cent and T.I. goes back nearly 20 years. It began as regional rivalry, New York versus Atlanta, but became personal in 2008 when 50 Cent started labeling T.I. a snitch. In October 2007, T.I. was arrested for attempting to buy machine guns and silencers. He was facing up to 10 years in prison, but ended up serving about a year. On the G-Unit track Terminate on site, 50 Cent rapped, "Get knocked with 10 machine guns, only get 12 months. Oh, we don't talk to them." That line stayed attached to T.I. for years and continued to follow him. For much of the late 2000s, the feud remained quiet. But around 2020 and 2021, T.I. began pushing for Versus Battle, the platform where artists face off by playing their biggest hits against each other. 50 Cent repeatedly brushed the idea aside. Then during Super Bowl weekend in February 2026, T.I. appeared on the Nightcap podcast and claimed that 50 Cent had agreed to a Versus Battle but later backed out. He suggested that 50 avoided the challenge. That statement reignited the tension. 50 Cent responded the way he often does, not by releasing music first but through social media. He posted an old Crime Stoppers public service announcement that T.I. had appeared in, using it to revive the snitch accusations. Shortly after, on February 22, 2026, he shared a photo of T.I.'s wife, Tamika Tiny Harris, on Instagram. The image was chosen or edited in a way that made her look unflattering, with a caption mocking her appearance. That post completely shifted the situation. T.I.'s son, King Harris, quickly went live on Instagram, and what he said pushed the conflict far beyond a normal rap feud.
Post a picture of your motherfucking mama, nigga. She dead, nigga. Pay respect, nigga.
50 Cent's mother, Sabrina Jackson, was killed in 1984 when he was just 8 years old, a fact King Harris knew when he continued speaking.
How y'all niggas raised? I'm not raised like that. I don't go. I'm not going about my mama, nigga.
King Harris targeted that sensitive issue directly and didn't hold back with just words.
Nigga want to say something about my mama. Your mama dead as fuck, nigga. Your mama dead as fuck. Go dig her up.
King Harris presented his actions as a reaction to how 50 Cent had started the conflict, saying that mentioning a man's deceased mother was his way of responding after 50 targeted his living one.
What's wrong with you, nigga? Y'all just better tie y'all motherfucking shoes. Y'all just don't know who the fuck y'all fucking with, nigga.
The tone was not one of grief. It was a clear threat, and the internet witnessed every moment. The following day, on February 24th, T.I. posted a video of himself dancing with his mother, captioned "Happy Birthday, Mama," while one of his diss tracks played in the background. The contrast was unmistakable. Fans read it as a deliberate message, T.I. highlighting his mother's presence while 50 Cent no longer had his. Later that same week, T.I.'s son Demony Harris released a diss track titled Ms. Jackson on February 27, 2026. Then King Harris crossed a line that even some of T.I.'s supporters found unacceptable. He wore a T-shirt displaying a photo of Sabrina Jackson, mocking both her image and her death. Observers in hip-hop media began saying the situation had gone too far, and many interpreted 50 Cent's silence as a calculated move rather than a retreat. That proved correct, because the next move was not a diss track. It was the threat of a documentary. Around that time, 50 Cent posted, then deleted, an Instagram screenshot hinting at a documentary titled Surviving T.I. and Tiny, with a caption referencing 20 sexual assault allegations. At this point, he was no longer merely trolling. He was pointing directly at allegations dating back to 2021 and signaling he might turn them into a full production. The leak was not a finished episode, but a clear signal of intent. Those paying attention understood it immediately because they had seen 50 Cent follow this strategy before. The threat carried weight not because of the threat itself, but because of what the documentary would cover. The story traces back to January 2021, when accusations against T.I. and Tamika Tiny Harris first surfaced. It began when Sabrina Peterson, a former friend of the couple, accused T.I. of threatening her with a gun in 2009. Within days, Peterson said she had received messages from over 30 people with similar allegations. The stories included drugging, coercion, and sexual assault spanning from 2005 to 2018. By March 2021, Attorney Tyrone A. Blackburn said he represented 11 accusers, 8 alleging direct sexual assault involving T.I., Tiny, or associates, and 3 reporting related incidents. The allegations followed a pattern. Women invited to parties or hotel rooms, given drinks allegedly spiked with substances like MDMA, and then subjected to sexual acts without consent. Some claimed they were forced to take drugs and engage in sexual activity while unable to consent. These claims were not limited to gossip blogs. Attorney Lisa Bloom represented 2 additional women, and the New York Times spoke with 5 alleged victims who corroborated a pattern of abuse. Blackburn sent letters to authorities in California and Georgia requesting investigations, describing what he called systematic abuse. This material had been publicly available for years, and now 50 Cent was hinting it could be brought to screen. Winning a diss track battle and facing a documentary built around sexual assault allegations are completely different challenges, which is why the threat carried weight. In May 2021, the Los Angeles Police Department opened an investigation after at least 2 reports. By September 2021, the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office declined to file charges, as most claims were past the statute of limitations. The T.I. and Tiny, Friends and Family Hustle was canceled. No criminal charges followed. In January 2024, a civil lawsuit was filed under California Sexual Abuse and Cover-Up Accountability Act by an Air Force veteran identified as Jane Doe, temporarily reviving expired claims. She alleged that in 2005, she was given a spiked drink by Tiny at a Los Angeles nightclub VIP section and later assaulted in a hotel room. T.I. and Tiny requested dismissal. In August 2024, a judge granted it after the plaintiff failed to respond. The case was dismissed with prejudice. The couple has consistently denied all allegations, calling them false and extortionate. In January 2024, they issued a statement saying they were innocent and looked forward to their day in court, noting no criminal charges had ever been filed. T.I.'s defamation lawsuit against Sabrina Peterson, filed in September 2024, is still ongoing, with a trial set for June 2026. Legally, no criminal charges exist, but a documentary does not require conviction to make an impact. Legal outcomes matter in courtrooms, while a documentary can shape public perception. Understanding why the threat feels serious requires looking at 50 Cent's approach. Through his company G-Unit Film and Television, he has produced content tied to controversies involving people in his circle. His method is consistent: social media provocation first, public framing second, and production third. By the time cameras roll, the audience already knows the story. The documentary completes a narrative. It does not introduce it. 50 Cent does not invent allegations. He organizes them and distributes them to a broad audience. That is a strategy observers believe he is signaling toward T.I. On March 5, 2026, 50 Cent escalated again, posting old court footage of T.I. and promoting a Crime Stoppers hotline reference, keeping past accusations and snitch narratives in focus. His caption read, No, I don't like it. No versus. Let's do the stay away challenge and stay away from me. It appeared to be trolling, but it also served as a preview of a larger move. Blogger Tasha K noted on February 28, 2026, that sources close to 50 Cent indicated he was preparing a project addressing the alleged drugging and assault claims. 50 Cent simultaneously released tracks appearing to target T.I. and his family, including one captioned, "I am the algorithm." That demonstrates his strategy, controlling the story before T.I. can present his side. Observers saw the posts and songs as a build-up to something bigger. Many pointed to Surviving R. Kelly as a template, a documentary that shaped public understanding and set the stage for legal consequences. T.I. responded defiantly, saying he was ready to go bar for bar, hit for hit, or even doc for doc. He hinted at a possible documentary of his own exposing 50 Cent's history. Whether that project exists is unclear. The feud expanded beyond the two rappers. Members of the Harris family defended Tiny, while criticism arose over King Harris's T-shirt mocking 50 Cent's late mother. Some hip-hop figures, including Boosie Badazz, said mocking a deceased parent crossed a line. As of March 8, 2026, no documentary has been officially announced, no episodes released, and no network has confirmed a deal. What exists is a threat, a history of similar projects, and 50 Cent's carefully maintained silence. The diss track portion may be over, but the larger question remains, will a documentary appear? And if so, its impact will likely have little to do with rap lyrics.